And welcome back, everyone, to another episode of my ARK Survival Evolved Let's Play series. I am Madtown213. Today we are going to show you the Chieftain hat, which Hulk is disagreeing with what just happened. So I had 117 wishbones that me and my brother went out and started farming since they upped the turkey spawn. I think they changed it to 4 times what it normally was, so there was a lot more around. So I started the video with 117 wishbones and went out front here, and there was 4 more of them because they like to flock right in front of my gate for some reason, which is actually pretty good. And I just killed them not too long ago. Is that a Carno? Is that a Parasaur? Oh, that's a Carno. Was a Carno. So I came out here and got the 3 I needed plus an extra one, so I had 121 wishbones. All on the video. Everything was going just fine. Went over to make the Chieftain hat. Made both of them for me and my brother. Everything went just fine. And showed you guys the Chieftain hat newly made. That went just fine. Took a screenshot, and as soon as I jumped off my Giga like this, my drivers crashed. So I record in OBS, and it records in FLV file, and they don't save partially. So if your recording gets interrupted, the file is gone unless you hit stop on your own. So unfortunately, that footage is now gone. I don't have my wishbones because I already made the hats, and but I do have the hats. So here is the Chieftain hat. I really wanted to get it on camera, and I had it on camera of me making them. So what you do is once you have 60 wishbones, which are pretty easy to get now. I still don't think 1,000 is realistic for the Dodo Rex, but that's a different story. So once you get your 60 wishbones, you can come right in the smithy, and there's a blueprint that's automatically in everyone's smithy, and you can see here 60 wishbones equals the Chieftain hat skin. So I crafted up 2 of those, and you can see I have 1 left over of the 121 that I had. I made my brother a hat that I'm going to give him here once he gets on later today, and I made myself a hat. And it's pretty dope. So what I will do though still, which I did before, was put on the fur armor because with the fur armor and the chieftain hat, um, it's boss, like boss. So let's do that and show you guys. So yeah, the fur armor with this chieftain hat is dope. I'm all about this look. And in a couple episodes, I'm going to be making a ton of paint because I'm going to be changing all my colors to orange and navy blue. So I will be painting all this. Hopefully you can paint the skin. We'll find out in a couple episodes if that's going to happen. So I can't wait to see what it looks like with painted fur and hopefully a painted hat. Because with this fur armor and this chieftain hat, that's so badass. I'm definitely wearing this all the time and hopefully not losing it by some glitch or something. You know, when you die or your bag falls through the world or something. So I'm gonna be very careful with this thing because I really, really like it. I was not able to get the witch hat for the Halloween episode, but this one I was able to get just in time. The update should be dropping anytime soon. I think this thing's probably gonna, depending on what they did with the ghillie suit, which is like a sniper. It's kind of where you just dress in grass, essentially, so you blend in with the environment. I wonder what that's going to look like with this, because I may wear that all the time too. Because fur armor is not really needed here in the environment that I built in. It's almost always like the optimal, yeah, it's 60 degrees. So it's never too hot, never too cold. So fur armor isn't really necessary here, but, and we'll see how the ghillie suit works as well. So let's go ahead and just put my hide back on. I did put the chieftain hat on a fur cap, which I'm going to keep. I know you can change it on and off, so I will do that if necessary, depending on what armor I need or wear. Um, So yeah, it doesn't look too bad in the leather, especially if I had it colored. So yeah, that was to catch you guys up on the 15 minutes of footage that was gone. And what I was going to start doing was updating you guys on. So this may look a little different, and I'll show you guys in the next episode what building I've completed because I've done a lot of grinding and I've got all of those outer walls done, plus a mating taming pen breeding situation going on over there that I'll show you guys, and my whole crafting area is done. So I want to do a official tour of that to show you guys the update. But what I can do to round out this episode is go into the animals that we've got. So this weekend, JayC and I, or he streamed on Twitch, and I joined him. So he really wanted some high level RGs, and I didn't really have anything to do except grinding, and it was a nice break, so I went to help him out. I did have the kibble to tame the RGs, a bunch of stego kibble, because I did move all my dinos over here now, and they're all down there, all lined up. I'll show you guys that in the next video tour. So we went and got some RGs. We found a 120 female and a 116 or 110 male. My brother had a 116 male uh, that were all tamed. So I took my only condition with JayC was that he could have those birds. I just wanted the first egg. So we took his female that was newly tamed at 120 with kibble, and then over to my brother's and mated with Wisconsin, who is his high level male bird. And I got the first egg out of that, which is up here. So my fertilized RG egg, this is a 120 perfect kibble and a 116 kibble as well. Um, and then I also have a Quetzal egg that I need to hatch, which is from LaQuisha, who's the new 101 female that I ended up getting, and Quentin, who's our higher level male on the server. So that egg I want to do. We also got a 116 Anklo with kibble, which is up on the volcano base, and that is Crusher. That's a male. We also got my brother and I found a. Well, actually, let me take my bird. No need to run. So this is Miss Daisy. She is a female that I got from DuLaz. She's just Miss Daisy because I drive her all the time. And she's my main bird right now until I get that hatched egg done. So I also found something I've been looking for a very long time, and that is a true blue Doedicurus. And I named him, and he was 108 or 112, and I kibbled him out. So I wanted a true blue Sonic because these things remind me of Sonic the Hedgehog because they curl up and roll around. So here's my new Sonic. He is a male 161. I have not leveled him up yet, so that's his tame out, which is not bad. Nowhere near perfect tame, but good enough for them. My brother already has Rocksteady, who is a male 120 with kibble perfect tame. So we just need to get a higher level female. So now I got 4 here that I've been using to get all the rock that I need to finish what I have finished, which was a lot of grinding. So we got those. So we got a high level Anklo, a high level Doedicurus, a perfect Doedicurus, a perfect RG, another high level RG. And then we also got JayC was doing a fly around the other day, just picking up drops on his pterodon, and he found a 120 saber on the northeast mountain that he didn't have time or kibble to tame. So I went and tamed it, or he helped me just get it down. And then I used kibble to tame Thundercat here, who's a perfect 120, 179. I have leveled him up. He's been sitting here. I haven't used him yet. But Thundercat is now the high level perfect tame male. Pretty good stats. I leveled him up twice in health and twice in melee, but everything else is the same. So 620 stamina, I think he had like 1800 health and 360 melee, something like that. Yeah. So he's going to be a really good saber um, to do caves and stuff with. So yeah, he's a stud. So I'll definitely be mating him once we find a good high level female. And what else do we have? Just some other higher regular birds. So yeah, starting to get some 120s on this server now with kibbles. So I did bring all my animals over and created that. So I will do this as part of the tour. So this is my crafting center that I finally finished. Now there's no ceiling yet. I still have a lot of building to do, but I wanted to get this done so I could start operating here out of this base, which I've moved a lot of the stuff from the northern snow base over here. So what we have is we got our four vaults here, beautifully lined up, if I may say so myself. Nice and straight there. It's a very small gap there just because it won't let you build any closer. And if you can put a floor in here, but then you can't have access to them, so you have to leave one of these spots open. So I made it like this so you could have an avenue where, let's say you come through the front of the base after some type of harvesting or mining, with whether it be a Quetzal or a Mammoth or a Rex or anything, and you can just bring them right down here and have their foot or leg or what body right here, and you can just grab stuff off them and just dump it right into the vaults that you can walk on. And then also, if you are building, let's say, from the fabricator and you need something, you can just grab right from the vault without moving and just put stuff right in the fabricator. Same with both smithies. So I have a fabricator, two smithies. We got our little smithy monkey, Spike, who just kind of watches over the building, make sure we're being safe. So he's just going to sit here. Then I got some mortar and pestles here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of those for gunpowder, spark powder, cementing paste, whatever you need them for, narcotics. So we have a nice little center there for narcotics. And then we have our blueprint center here. So these are all our bookshelves that we're going to end up filling with blueprints. And then we have our kitchen area, which Nicole's in the way. Let's go ahead and get her. So this is my Quetzal cage. I don't think I've shown this on video yet. Maybe I'll do that with the last few minutes after I finish my crafting center tour. So bookshelves for blueprints, keep those down here, and then we have our four preserving bins for jerky and such for kibble. We got two fridges for regular meat or prime meat or whatever. So two fridges that'll be used for the preserving bin, or if I need to cook some food, and then the industrial grill. And then two fridges over here for cooked meat. So one will probably be cooked prime meat, and the other will be just cooked meat for us to eat. Um, yeah, so that's this cooking area. Not sure what I'm going to put down here yet, but we'll do something. So this, I showed in a previous episode on my little setup back home at the North Base, how I just had these elevated boxes. I went bigger and badder this version, so I never have to worry about storage. So I got this first one just fine. So you can just climb up here and have access to that. And I said, you know what? Go big or go home. So I did a second row. Oops, and I just fell off. Which is pretty damn dope if you ask me. So now this is for all the stuff you'll mainly use, and all the backups or rarely used or just storage items can go on the very, very top. So all you do is just back up here, go up, and now I have access to this, and it takes up a very small footprint as far as room that I need to store all of this stuff. So this will probably be, probably 2 or 3 boxes full of extra hide, a couple extra boxes of fiber, thatch, so forth and so on, just so in emergencies, if I ever need something, I can come up here. And I'll probably fill a box full of cementing paste and just stash it away for emergencies. And yeah, so I like this setup a lot. It works really well. Um, then you can just drop down and anything you need, just go right to here. So the vaults, I'll show you guys how I did that after I show you Nicole. So this is our Quetzal catcher. So it's just a base platform. One, two. So I started with just 3 center foundations. 1, 2, 3 center foundations, and then 1, 2, 3 on this side, and 1, 2, 3 on this side for ceilings. Then I put one up on each side here and ramps down. And then what I did was they're 3 high. I put doors here instead of walls so you could get out here on both sides. And then these are walls because you don't want to fall out on accident. And this is all you need. And this is just an area for tame if you want to tame something else and shoot off. Or it's a good walk around spot when you have. So what I do is I'll catch the Quetzal in here. I will build 3 thatch walls here, 1, 2, 3 up to that, and then the Quetzal is stuck in here. And then you can just come out here, duck through the door so you don't get pushed off, and shoot the Quetzal, or you can do it here. Now, when the Quetzal falls, it takes up like this whole area with its wings and feet, and it's hard to maneuver or get back to him. And because this corner is so far off the foundation, you can't put a floor here. And to jump when you're in midair from here to here is super risky and just not worth it. So what I did was use the couple extra spots I had to build this little ladder situation to be able to drop back down over there and get stuff out of him when this thing is tamed. It's also nice to be able to do just to be up here for multiple reasons. So you just drop down here, get your kibble or whatever. And as you can see, I have her loaded with everything to tame a Quetzal. So this stays on her at all time for anybody. And what it is 1,000 narcotics plus extra, 1,000 arrows plus extra, a bunch of extra crossbows just in case, an extra bow, and then some stone arrows in case you need to kill something or it. Here's the thatch walls always stay on here at least 10, so they're there. These I just did a run to pick up the rest of the saddles and stuff for my north base, so that's why this stuff is on her. But normally this is where it ends. The bow and the thatch wall. These is the last thing in her inventory normally. So yeah, she's set up, stocked, ready to go. She works really, really well for solo taming Quetzals. You don't need anyone to help you. I mean, you do to get the first Quetzal, but once you have a Quetzal, if you build this, very, very easy to get more Quetzals. So what I did with the vault system was the first thing I did was make sure to measure how tall they are. And it is 3 walls. So this floor has been floating. You guys have seen that. So what I did was put down 4 walls here, which you have to do because you can't put a floor on the bottom of a hanging wall. It has to be at the top of a hanging wall, so you have to put that extra one in. And then I just ran floating floors because of the building exploit that we figured out on this build. And then just put in the vaults here. And I got some lights and wiring and hid all the wiring. This eventually will be walls, but to hide all this wiring, I put all the lamps and stuff underneath. So it's nice and clean and hidden. And then eventually I'll wall this off so from underneath you won't be able to see it at all. So I think that's a pretty slick setup. I'm really, really digging how this castle is coming out. Very quickly, I'll just go through the rest of this building, the castle aspect of it. I did have enough walls to finish this area, Now, I don't know what I'm going to do where those rocks, because they're obstructed. You see there in that corner, there's a couple missing pieces. I can't place walls there because they're just obstructed, so not sure what I'm going to do there, if I have to leave it or not. But it looks nice and clean and finished off with the railings. You can now see just the waterfall. Those walls will obviously be continued down once I get some more. And these walls will be continued down all the way as well. So that will all be hidden. I do believe this middle is going to stay open so you can see into the rest of the building. And then the other thing I did that was part of this building, oh, I put the railings and stuff up here. What the hell? Super rubber band. So I got the railings all done here, all the way down. So this area is going to be open. You'll be able to see all the way down, which I think is pretty cool. And the other thing I did with all of the materials that I've been grinding and getting was I finished this bottom off as well, completely. So this is all finished as far as the floor and the river part. So that's all cleanly covered up. You don't see any pillars anywhere. Well, I guess maybe underwater, but so yeah, that's pretty slick. Really, really happy with how this turned out. I will have railings up here so you don't fall in or animals don't fall in. And we got this all hidden. Same thing there. I couldn't put walls there because they're obstructed, so I got to figure out something to do to cover that up. Otherwise, this turned out looking so clean. Extremely happy with the way this turned out. It looks better than I imagined it would. Same thing there, obstructed, so not sure what I'll do there. But the rest of this, and then, yeah, so this is the start of the railings I had left over. This is the start of the door frames that are stone now. I gotta finish those. But yeah, I'm super pleased with how this worked. I don't know if I got this area. Yep, I did finish this. So this is all nice and clean. Those will go all the way up eventually. Same here. Oh no, I tore these down because I'm not sure that I want walls here. I think I'm going to do pillars and leave this side open. So pillars all the way up. I am undecided about that, so we'll see how that unfolds in the future. Otherwise, I think that's going to be it for this video. So I won't have to tour the castle in the next part because I do have a lot to show you guys when it comes to my taming, breeding, and hatching areas that I've built as well as the entire outer wall over there that I finally completed, or mostly completed. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We got the Chieftain hat, which is dope. I'm all about this thing. Coolest part of coolest outfit thing that they've made so far. And we'll see with the Gilly episode or the Gilly update how that looks. Otherwise, I am a giant fan of this. I wasn't a fan of the witch hat so much, but I'm a huge fan of this Chieftain hat. This thing is awesome. So yeah, we got that. Got the tour done. Showed you guys the crafting area and the castle builds, how I cleaned some stuff up. Talked about some high-level animals and some breeding plans. So yeah, I appreciate you guys joining me today. Just wanted to keep you updated on how things are going. It's been the video output has been a little low in the last week because of new server members and just the constant grinding it takes to build something this large. Lots and lots and lots and lots of stone, wood, thatch, etc. So just really boring, monotonous stuff. But it has to be done so I can move on to taming, breeding, so forth and so adventures. We're gonna do caves. We're gonna do the brood mother, all sorts of cool stuff. So I wanted to get this out of the way, and if it means that I'm gonna put out a few less videos in a week or two, I'm willing to deal with that for the long-term benefit of everybody of having more exciting videos and enough with all these damn tours and building stuff. Because I do like it is cool building, but not over and over and over again. So I want to get back out to the island, start taking some creatures. I want to stop flying as much. I want to start taking land creatures around and exploring this game on ground level. I think the way it should be explored. So we'll start taking some sabers out, maybe get some high level raptors and some other cool animals, and just go out and explore in the woods dangerously. So I think that'll be more fun too. So thanks again, guys. I do appreciate everything. Hope to see you guys in the next episode, which will do a explanation and tour of my outside walls, which are really, really cool. A ton of work went into that. And then my taming and breeding center, which is also, I think, really, really cool. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks again.